Marcus Hayes stepped through the entrance of the restaurant completely drenched and precisely 5 minutes behind schedule. He could barely catch his breath before losing his position immediately right there in front of countless patrons. Everyone sat frozen in their seats watching the entire scene unfold, and nobody uttered a single word or attempted to step in. Marcus had absolutely no clue that the peculiar stranger he had rescued during the downpour the previous evening was also present. The stranger remained seated quietly in the far corner, observing in silence as every harsh word got thrown in his direction. Then, when that stranger walked through the doors of Riverside Cafe, in just one brief instant, all the cruel remarks the supervisor had launched at Marcus were destined to haunt him for the remainder of his days. However, before we reach that moment, let me share with you how this tale began from the very start. Those apparently insignificant moments that wound up transforming the lives of two individuals permanently. If stories filled with emotion and surprising turns appeal to you, then make sure to subscribe, so you never miss a single part of what happens next. So what precisely occurred during that stormy evening, and why did it bring Marcus to this life-changing moment? The tempest that evening showed absolutely no mercy whatsoever, with raindrops heavy as hammers battering the windshield of the aging Ford truck. Marcus Hayes clutched the wheel with both hands while the sleeves of his white work shirt remained wet from the coffee he had spilled earlier that shift. The wipers moved at maximum speed, making that annoying scraping sound, yet they barely let him see more than a few yards of pavement ahead. It was 11 at night, and Riverside Cafe had stayed open late because a tour bus had pulled in at the final moment. Marcus had waited on them wearing his characteristic warm smile, even though his thoughts kept drifting to his 6-year-old daughter waiting back home with the neighbor lady. Sophie was likely asleep by this hour, but regardless, he had to verify that everything was fine. This week, his wages would be exactly enough to handle the rent, assuming nothing unforeseen happened. Assuming the vehicle did not break down, or assuming Sophie did not fall ill. Too many uncertainties in the existence of a single parent, and Marcus let out a heavy sigh. He rubbed his tired eyes using the back of his hand because 2 years had gone by since that time. 2 years since Rebecca died in that automobile crash, and 2 years of being both father and mother while juggling bills and rocking his little girl to sleep.